Hello, everybody watching. Welcome to this video. In this video, we want to look at the life of an A+ student in semester 2. The first question would be, why semester 2? Because semester 2 is the exam semester. This is the semester that determines how you progress in your next academic year. Okay? How do I get to my next academic year? Or how do I graduate? Okay? Some of you are in final years, so it determines how you get into the society. Are you getting there with good grades? Or where you are now is just about clearing? So now you've already known what difficulties you had in semester 1. Okay, this is half of the academic year. So you know where you had challenges, which course gave you a headache, which part of the course, okay? You know which topics, you know why. You know exactly what is wrong in that topic. Whenever you sit to study, what don't you understand? Or where did you miss it? Maybe it's because you missed some lectures in semester 1. There's a part you missed. Now, here's the semester that will help you correct anything that went wrong in the first semester as you prepare for the final exams. So now, this is the good time to talk about these things, because normally I get to have a lot of students panicking in the last minute. Okay, calling for this talk. How do I study? So me, I'm a specialist in mathematics. And so most questions that I face are, how do I study this course so that I can clear? Okay, how do I study 1100? How do I study 1120? My CA is bad. Can I clear the exam without the CA? All those questions keep coming. Okay, now we still have time to work on the CA so that it then become bad. We still have the whole semester to at least add something to our CA. If it is good, we still have this whole semester to improve it, to keep it where it is. Okay? So now, what do I need? Okay, what do you need for you to proceed well? So the first thing as a student, you must prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. Okay? Tell yourself that this is a busy semester. Tell yourself that this is a very busy semester. Very busy. Okay? There are things that can wait. So let those things that can wait, let them wait. So that you get busy with his school. Because remember, you are there for school. So whatever came along, this is now the time to set your mind into the school business. Okay? So you cannot progress well if you have a lot of things that are disturbing your academic works in your mind. There are things that you can put aside and get yourself ready for this academic semester. Keep yourself busy. Okay? It's not just about preparing your mind. Just say, okay, now I'm ready for school. No. How do you get ready for school? How do you cut off whatever was disturbing? How do you give time to school? So the best thing to do is to have a working timetable. So I've not just called it a timetable, I've called it a working timetable. Not a timetable where, I'll give an example. You put a timetable at 6 hours, 8 hours, so 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to to 20, 16 to 20, 20 to 23, 23 to 01, 02, maybe 01 to 06. Like, it's closed throughout. And how does it respond? Here, study. Here, lecture. Here, study. Study. Lecture. Lecture. No, let's say study. So you say study. And then study. 20 to 01, sleep. And then study. So this whole thing is just closed from 6 to 6. It's study, lecture, study, lecture, study, sleep, lecture, study. It does not give you any room to do anything else. This is not a working timetable. Okay? Because the way the time is being put. So you say, okay, from 8 to 10, you are in a lecture. I mean, you can't just jump from a lecture, boom, speed to go and study. No, it's not possible. So you must, if I have a lecture from 8 to 10, and my another lecture is at 14 to 16. So I know that from 8 to 10, I can't just be studying exactly 10 hours I'm there. No. There is that time where I need to think about what I was learning. Okay. Maybe you didn't finish some notes, you're trying to polish them up. So leave that time aside. And be sure that, okay, at least since my lecture is ending at 10, so I will say maybe 10:30. By this time, I'd have been in the library. At least I have 30 minutes to prepare myself to work out whatever I was doing, because that lecture was very important. So by 10:30, I'll be seated. I'll study up to what time? Up to 13. Up 13 hours. And then, why 13 hours? Because I have a lecture at 14. That lecture at 14 also needs me to revise something before I go there. You need that connection. Remember, maybe you learned yesterday. You might have studied, but you need that connection. Or to just be free. Maybe this course you were studying here is not the one you are going for. So you need that time to refresh your mind and then get into a new thing. Remember, you are going to learn new things. Obviously, you are prepared for that tough task, because learning new things is not always easy. So you need that fresh mind to go and receive that information, be able to digest as you learn. That's why it's very important now on how you prepare your studying timetable. It's very important because it must have a connection to what is happening. It's not just a jumping in thing to say study. No, listen. If I have a let's say I'm a mathematics student, and at 8 to 10, or let's say 8 to 9, I'm learning math 2110. Or let's say 2100. Yeah, math 2100. Yesterday, I had math 2901. Yesterday. Now, this same math 2901 is coming at what time? At 14 hours. So it means that if I'm going to study at 10, I must have this course. I must have this course so that I understand what was happening yesterday. So it's either I have it before another lecture or I have it immediately after. Two options I have. So if I was in 2100 class I can sit down to prepare to study this immediately after, to understand what was happening and prepare myself for the next one. Which next one? The same 2100 coming tomorrow or after tomorrow. I need to understand that work. It's very important. If I pack the work, it might be gone. It will be like I was just copying notes. Okay? So you need that connection. Your timetable must be connected from one class to another, giving you time to refresh, giving you time to revise what you were doing yesterday, giving you time to understand every lecture. It's very, very important. So you need to have a working timetable. It must be a working timetable, not a closed timetable, not giving you time to rest. You cannot study if you're tired. You can't. You need to rest. This is the time that you should be very, very strategic with your timing. When you call it rest, rest. You know how you rest. It's not always sleeping, no. There are times I can just maybe to just have a chat with my friends away from schoolwork. Just for a short time. Why? To get myself off. Maybe it was too difficult for me to understand. I get myself off it. And then now I get back with a fresh mind. Never pack something you have not understood as a student. If you pack it in this semester, then you have packed it forever. Because who is going to help you understand it? You've packed it. You learn, you don't understand, then you pack. It's gone. It's gone. Those are topics now a day before the exam. You'll be like, me, this one, I never understood. If it's coming in the exam, I don't care. Now, if you reach that point of not caring, where you're supposed to care, you're in trouble, my friend. Because now, you're almost ready for any outcome, whether failing the course or not. Because if you don't care, let's say you're a first year and you're talking about trigonometry, and you say, I don't care. Even if I'm not understanding this topic, me, I don't care. I'll pack it. My friend, look, you cannot pack this topic. It's very big. It's very big to be packed because it might appear in every question. Just once you see, hey, you're already frustrated. You are gone. So you need to be very strategic. Timetable, working timetable. No packing any work. Make sure you understand your work. Understand every work. This is the semester. Don't leave anything that you have not understood. You go with everything into the exam. Okay? Remember, whatever you're studying now, your eyes are not just ending at the test things. No. Now you're looking beyond the test. You're looking at the exam setup. Some of you here did not write some tests for last semester. Why? Maybe you were sick or busy. Or maybe it was a strategy that you should do everything in this semester. So when preparing for that test, prepare for the exam first. Then a test that is a subset of the exam will be a very small thing for you to understand. This is a semester that we even use past papers. Okay? The third thing, make your lecturers friends. Don't hate a lecturer in this semester. It's not important. This is not grade 12 exams where even if you hate the teacher, he's not the one setting, he's not the one marking. No. University life, the lecturer is very important. Do not take yourself into their hands. No. We mean do not hate them. Because if you hate them, then how do you understand their courses? Okay? Make that formal friendship where you can ask any question that is troubling you. Know that the first person you must think of asking is the lecturer because he's the owner of the concept. He's the owner of the course. He knows why he's teaching you that concept. So when you go to ask from him, know that he will respond in the manner he wants you to understand. Exactly. So make sure that you get to understand, and you get close. Ask where you're not clear. You ask, are you going to, sir, how is this done? Doc, me here, I get confused. This topic, even just when I hear the name trigonometry, I get scared. Get to ask. They will help you see that it's very, very easy. Okay? And then group study. Group study is very important. You guys have got friends. You guys have got friends. So do group study. Group studies, they also help you understand everything. Okay? And then as far as math is concerned, or any course, please do not punish yourself to the extent where you can no longer function. Okay? Study to your capacity. Understand do not overpack. If you overpack, you have issues. You may end up studying the whole day and forget everything after you sleep. Study to your capacity. Don't follow your friends. There are people who can study from 6 to 6 and you still make it. There are people who are naturally intelligent. You don't need to study. It's just 30 minutes is enough for that individual. Don't follow them. Follow your speed. Do not lie to yourself that you can do anything just like any other person can do. No, we are differently gifted. At university, this is where now issues of gifts come in, issues of talents. Some people are naturally intelligent. So if don't follow their timing. No, he just studies for an hour. Even me, I'll just do If you must be in the library for 10 hours because that is when you understand it, be there. Just do not overdo. Do to your capacity. Don't copy. Because my friend does. Do it because it will help you understand. If you are a first year, at least you had semester 1 to show you how university life is. Now you can face the reality. There are courses you underrated. Now you've seen that you can't underrate them anymore. There is no course to underrate in this semester. Everything must be taken seriously. So take every work seriously. Okay? Take every course seriously because every course contributes. At the end of the day, you will look for the results for every course. If one course is missing, you know you have issues. So please, let's feel free. I'm just talking about what I've seen that helps. Now, there are some of you who may need a specific talk to say, no, me, my challenge is here. Please always feel free. Always feel free to contact me. My WhatsApp line is 0771 349994. Okay? This is my WhatsApp line. So feel free. Let's talk. Okay? You can email. I'll still respond. My email is just on the same video you're watching. You can respond on YouTube. It will take me back there. Or if you want to specifically do the mail, this is the mail. At gmail.com. Okay. Then there are also products that I have. I have March 2110 exam paper solutions. This is from 2018 to 2023. These exam papers have got solutions. So I've got this pamphlet that is detailed. This one is on the market, very detailed. I have the same for March 1120, 1100, 1110. And I'm preparing for March 3110, the same. So I've tackled some past papers already. I think when I reach a number that I want to, then I can also put on the market. Okay, and then I'm also offering tuitions to almost all the math courses. So mainly I'm dealing with one-on-one. You can just contact me if you're interested. So this is a time where you can just pay money and then understand things. I mean, why should you take that long to make that decision? So be quick to make it so that you don't lose out time. You don't lose out on time, and then we move together. Okay. There are times when you need experts. It saves much time actually. If you're able, that is, if you're able. There are times you can make it on your own. So there are times you need somebody to help you. So when you need somebody to help you, think about experts. Okay. Look at how many subscribers we have. It's because there's content, there's quality there. Okay. And I salute you for being one of them. I salute you for being one of them. And please, it's not everything that I charge. Okay. There are times you can just come in my inbox, you just ask a question and I'll give you a response because I value as my client, as my friends. In academics, you can't make it on your own. You can't make it alone. You need friends around. Or even as YouTubers, we can't just be on my own. I can't be watching my content. I need you guys. So I really appreciate your time. And please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and leave the notification button so that every time I post, some of these things I post are very, very important for your progress. And I've got more of these coming. Whenever I want to sleep, I'll remind you, work hard. Because you must work hard for you to succeed. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.